Fergie frozen out? Body language expert claims Andrew avoided his usual friendly displays with his ex-wife at Eugenie's wedding to avoid provoking Prince Philip. They're one of the most amicable divorced couples around, with their friendly bond frequently prompting royal fans to call for them to remarry, but the atmosphere between Fergie and Andrew today was rather more formal. According to body language expert Judy James, it's likely the pair didn't want their normal cozy displays to attract any attention, and not just because they wanted to avoid taking any of Eugenie's limelight. Prince Philip attended his granddaughter's wedding today, but prior to the nuptials it was rumored that his presence was not guaranteed due to his long-standing feud with Fergie, 58. These two are often seen using the kind of body language signals together that might hint there is still some sort of spark between them, but at their daughter's wedding it did at times look more like a freeze-out as Andrew paid the minimum amount of attention to his ex-wife's presence, Judy James said. This frostiness could have been down to the presence of the older members of the royal family, with Philip in particular sitting right behind his son and his ex in the pews. There might have been an agreement to avoid any signs of soap opera body language at the wedding itself, so perhaps we will spot Sarah and Andrew looking close again at the reception and party, keeping their distance. While Fergie was her usual animated self when she arrived at the wedding, she was rather more subdued in the company of her ex-husband, and the pair looked very stiff as they sat beside each other in the pews. With neither of them attending with the added pressure of current spouses or partners, and with what is said to be unusually high levels of loyalty and affection always existing between them, they could easily have acted as a proper couple, as divorced partners often will do at a child's wedding, smiling, laughing and even sharing the poignancy of the event, Judy said. Sarah is known for her spontaneous displays of affection and fun, but here her low-slung hand clasp suggests she's determined to be demure. There is a large spatial gap between her and her ex, and Andrew looks positively glum and reflective, standing almost to attention while Sarah manages a cheek-rounding smile. Sarah is known for her spontaneous displays of affection and fun, but here her low-slung hand clasp suggests she's determined to be demure. There is a large spatial gap between her and her ex, and Andrew looks positively glum and reflective, standing almost to attention while Sarah manages a cheek-rounding smile. Isolated. But with Andrew busy doing doting dad, quite magnificently popping about checking on Eugenie's dress and train, Sarah was left looking rather isolated with only her other daughter Beatrice for company. Their lack of bonding and affection did seem sad on a day that most parents struggle with when they're losing a child. No display of affection. This greeting at the entrance was a key moment for some affectionate rituals between the two, but there were none on the shots we were shown. They appeared to avoid eye contact, and Andrew seemed to gesture his wife into the chapel with a rather impassive-looking hand tilt. Rare moment of unity. This pose shows a moment of cohesion for Andrew and Sarah as they unite their body language signals to support and communicate with their daughter. Sarah leans forward to smile at Eugenie while Andrew mirrors her gesture and her smile. The newlyweds had invited 850 royals, aristocrats, VIPs and friends, 150 more than Harry and Meghan when they married 5 months ago, and the security operation to protect them all will cost taxpayers £2 million. The bride, 28, could not stop grinning at her groom during their hour-long service in the spectacular setting at Windsor Castle, but Jack, 30, looked overcome with emotion throughout. Mr. Brooksbank told Eugenie, "You look perfect, and also break my heart," as she arrived at the altar, and she joked, "Aren't you going to hold my hand?" as she calmed his nerves. Wearing a backless dress showing the scars from a back operation aged 12, Eugenie had grabbed her father Andrew's arm as they walked up the steps of the church and down the aisle to start her married life. Her proud mother Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, looked tearful as she sat with her eldest child Beatrice to see her youngest daughter married. After exchanging their vows, the couple beamed as they walked out of the church and kissed in front of 1,200 people before their short carriage ride through Windsor and back to the castle for their reception. The couple have enjoyed an afternoon reception inside Windsor Castle's St. George's Hall organized by the Queen, where the 850 guests enjoyed finger food and wedding cake, all washed down with Paul Roger champagne. Tonight Eugenie's divorced parents will host one hell of a party at the family home, insiders have said. The Royal Lodge in Windsor Great Park has had a fairground set up in the garden, complete with dodgems and a coconut shy, and after a wild night tonight the celebrations will go into Saturday, with a more relaxed bash with a festival vibe lasting all day. Prince Andrew and Sarah, the Duchess of York, have brought in the company who helped plan the Beckhams' reception for their daughter's own celebrity-packed royal wedding attended by A-listers including Naomi Campbell, Liv Tyler, Demi Moore, Robbie Williams, Ellie Goulding, James Blunt, and Kate Moss. One source said, "There will be dodgems and fun fair rides, coconut shies, lots of food stalls, loads of cocktails, Bloody Marys for the hangovers and a festival vibe."